Hey, this is John Murphy for HS Game Time. I'm here with Steve Madril, the Press Enterprise and HS Game Time Coach of the Year after leading the North Huskies to the Section D1 title. How's it going, Steve?
It's going good, John. How are you?
Good. We're right here in your backyard. It's looking very spiff, inside and out, and these must be happy, exciting times for you.
Yeah, you know what? It's been rewarding. It's been hectic, and it's been fun. All the last, not just since Friday, for the last couple of weeks, and really all season. I mean, we had a great season, and then we got hot going in the playoffs, and we were lucky to go out and win a title. And now just the community outpour of support that we've gotten, and all everybody coming back and telling us how proud they are of us. It's been special.
And, well, yeah, as you said, it's not just been the title, but going back several weeks to the birth of your son, Sammy. What's his exact name?
His name is Stephen Arthur Madril II, so we named him after me. His initials, or our initials, are SAM, so instead of calling him Junior or anything like that, we decided on Sam or Sammy. So, that's what everybody calls him.
And so he was born the day of your game against Norco, and you thought that you would be able to, with the timing of it all, get to Norco for the night game, but it didn't quite work out that way.
Yeah, he was born on April 21st. My wife delivered him at 11 o'clock in the morning. She had gotten her epidural shot, right whenever she was supposed to get it. And, the numbing didn't wear off. So when Sammy was born, my daughter, Josie, who's 3, wasn't able to go back to the, the delivery room, wherever it was. So it wasn't until about 6 o'clock that, my wife went back and Josie was able to meet Sammy for the first time. And so I was thinking I could make it to the game, I can make it, and then by the time we got back, I really wanted to be there to see Josie meet Sammy for the first time. So that's when I decided, it was kind of a no-brainer that, I wasn't going to make the game that night. But
maybe not a no-brainer for everybody. Maybe another person would have said, it's Norco, it's a big game, we got to win. See you later.
Yeah. Family's huge, for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love baseball and I love coaching, and, it's a huge part of my life, and it always been, and it always will. But, family comes first. Just like, I can compare it to North. I mean, we have a big, huge family at North. Not just on the baseball side, but on the school side, So, some people might have said, I'm going to the game, but, for me and, with Josie and now Sammy, it wasn't really, there was no decision.
And so transitioning to your baseball family, these were kids who you kind of grew up with as a coach, who you had since they were freshmen or sophomores, and they hung out in your classroom, and you had lunch together, and it's all culminated by what happened Friday. How has that been from beginning to end?
What it's been, it was really exciting with them coming in, because I knew that I had a very, very talented group of freshmen and a very talented group of sophomores that I had that year. And to see them grow and mature from, little tiny kids, us going out to Orange County and playing, J. Sur and all these schools, and we were so tiny and they were huge, and knowing that we can compete with those guys, but we weren't picking up wins, and to see to the point where we are right now, beating those teams in our playoff run, it's just, it's been amazing. They, like I told you, they eat lunch in my classroom every day. I eat lunch in my classroom every day. They have passing period in my classroom every day. To see them, and I hear what they talk about other than, baseball stuff, and, most of the time it is baseball stuff, but, I really got to see them grow, and, I've grown with them, and it's been truly a special feeling, and I'm going to miss, those seniors that we have. Not having them is, kind of like our families kind of, branching off, but, it's truly been rewarding to have them in our program.
Was there a point during the season at which you thought things really, a turning point where you said, hey, we're pretty good, we could go a long ways?
Santiago has been a great team in our league, and I think it was like our 3rd or 4th league game. We went over to Santiago and we beat them 4-2. The kids were nervous before the game. For us to go over there, Santiago is very physical, and we went out and we competed and we won. And I think after that game, we kind of knew that we were pretty good, and our record at the time indicated that we were pretty good. But to go out and beat someone like that, and we kind of gave us the confidence to know that we were going to be pretty good for the rest of the league schedule, and definitely we thought we were going to make the playoffs.
And so how has it been sort of balancing being a new dad and, you know, making this big playoff run? Well, first to win the Big 8 title, which was quite grueling, and then, 4 games in the playoffs, culminated by the trip to Dodger Stadium and the title. That had to be a lack of sleep, a lot of nervousness, etc.
Yeah, you know, definitely a lack of sleep, you know, most of it coming on Sammy's part. You know, at the time, you know, being away from home because we were at practice all those days, and, you know, obviously school, you know, having to be at school, and then, you know, the extra games that, you know, we just keep rolling with. And, you know, it's been hard to kind of balance it because baseball really took a lot of time. You know, now that it's over and, you know, summer's started, now I finally get to kind of kick back and, you know, spend time with the family, and, you know, it's going to be nice.
And so you were telling me a little bit about the whole Dodger Stadium experience. 8 busloads, 8 Rooter buses went to the game. You guys got there 3 hours ahead of time, and the guys were hanging out and eating hot dogs and watching the game before. And, you know, then you get on the field and things go pretty well for you, culminated by a dog pile and, you know, one of the biggest games in probably North athletic history. And then, tomorrow you're picking out championship rings. Was it something you ever imagined?
You know what? Honestly, it wasn't. I mean, I knew that a couple years ago, I knew that we were going to be pretty good. I never would have imagined, you know, I'd be sitting here talking to you after a CIF championship game. But no, it's been special. And then, you know, the 8 Rooter buses, you know, was pretty nice. I mean, we had to have been at least 1,500, you know, maybe 2,000 people on the north side alone at the game. You know, our band was, you know, getting crazy. The cheerleaders were there. You know, it was really a electric, you know, atmosphere that you really don't find at too many high school baseball games. But what we were able to do, you know, at Dodger Stadium, and you know, topped off by the dog pile, and, you know, CIF title was definitely, you know, pretty special. You know, I still have trouble kind of, you know, remembering everything that went on. I really have trouble kind of really telling people how I felt about it because it was just so surreal that we were able to get to the point where we were a couple of years ago, to the point that we ended, you know, at Dodger Stadium.
All right, Coach Madril, thanks so much. Congratulations on your title. And for Coach Madril and myself, John Murphy, and HS Game Time, thanks a lot.